Hey guys, welcome back. Have another one for you today against Boltyn. Boltyn has been getting a lot of cool cards lately, but Boltyn is still Boltyn, unfortunately. Not to mention that, but we had the most high roll game I've ever seen in my life, right? I went back to back, Crippling Crush, Spinal Crush, you name it. Maybe not in that exact order, but you're going to enjoy this one. And at the very end, my sponsor comes in and gives us 5 subs. It's insane. We loved it. Hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you in the video. Alright, bye. Do one Boltyn. Sticky Nicky. We'll make it happen for you. I don't have a Boltyn button. Not like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got like this. These cards are good? Maybe? Don't really need pummels. Maybe you do need pummel. If they're on combo, you kind of want the pummel for the Command and Conquer. You just set it up and wait. Maybe you just don't need this. Just play the pummels. Or you can play the extra cards. They usually slim down if they're on Raiden. If anybody has insight, let me know. I mean, you don't change any of these cards. That's for sure. It's like these cards are good. It like just stops the Boltyn banish to give go again. Like that's really good. We don't want these. We don't want this. I don't think we want Sigil. It's like between Sigil and Pummel pretty much. The way that Ben has been boarding. So like I think we play this. Maybe we just play these cards. Nah. We want to see the Pummel. Then, tech plating, of course. We'll call it. Well, we found it. That's what we wanted. They're on Raiden, Iron Song versus Snapdragons. Pretty standard, right? Maybe we just make a surge. We can swing. Swing. Yeah, let's... No, I don't want to swing. Oops. Wrong card. There we go. I don't want them to see their Luminas like earlier than they have to. That's why I didn't swing. Sand's pretty cool though. We could go Tear Asunder, maybe. Play the D-React, Tear Asunder. Illuminate. Sure. Just for you, friendo. I love this card. It's like a draft all-star for me. 0 for 4, put it in my soul. I like Force Prism in draft. So. I'm hoping that this just gets some of the armor. So when they defend, they get to charge their soul first time. You'll be dealt damage each turn. Prevent one of the damage. Pretty cool card. And then Iron Sun versus, you get a Courage token. Next sword attack this turn gets when it hits. Okay. So they, of course, also play D-Reacts. So, fortunately we didn't get any of the armor, but we do have Command and Conquer Pummel. We love that combo. It's hard to beat. This card's also very good against them too. I wish this was an on hit and not a crush. It'd make their Raiden literally dead. Man. Oh well. Whenever we get the Mangle guy, we'll have plenty of on hits, maybe. Whatever. Yeah. That. Okay. Oh, Boltyn. We love Boltyn. Maybe Crown here? Oh? Get that Crown of Providence? Is Buckle worth running? Or is it just not good enough compared to other options? So, right now the Buckle slot's kind of taken up by Warmonger Supremacy. I think that card is probably just like a necessary evil at this point, while Lexi is still a thing. Or just Ranger in general. Like, the card is very good against that and good against Runeblade. Buckle is fine if you want to play a more aggressive game plan into those decks. You just have to kind of cut down on your defense reactions. So it's all about a playstyle preference. Easy Pumble. Ooh. So it's 1 prevention. That's pretty cool. I like that it does that 5. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so with Warmongers, I'm saying I think it's a necessary evil with the cards that are, or the decks that are the top right now, being Ranger, and it's also pretty good against our bad matchup, which is Runeblade, right? Go ahead and play this turn out real quick. I'm just going to play this. But if you wanted to play a more proactive game plan with like Buckling Blow Reds and Buckles for the Ranger matchup, then you can do that. But you would have to cut down on some of your defense reactions like Fate Foreseen. So if you like playing Fate Foreseen, like me, where I like to play a pretty defensive, like lean towards second cycle, just be the most efficient, then I probably wouldn't play Buckle at more than a 1 of. It's still a pretty good tech choice, right? Like, it could be your 40th blue if you find that you like having a little bit extra resources. But I mean, the card's fine. Like, Terra Sunder's a staple, and it's just Terra Sunder, but mainly just damage. And if you time it right, like second cycle or something along those lines, it's pretty crazy. Like, in the mirror, you can kill a tech plating. Like, 7 dominate is no joke, right? So, this they charged. I'm just gonna give them some armor. We don't want them to draw. We're just giving them the business this game. Oh, man. See, it's been Terra Sunder into Command and Conquer Pummel into Crippling Crush into Starstruck, and next turn it's going to be Chokeslam. Pretty sweet. So it's going to be more useful to Buckling Blow, Buckle against Ghostly Touch and Stormstriders. It is good against that. It is. It's not a bad tech card. It's just when you run that card, you're either cutting on your sideboard equipment or your D-reacts usually. Right. So another thing you can do is if you wanted to cut 1 pummel, a lot of people are only on 2, allowing them to be at 40 blues, and that can be your 40th blue. And it will just blow up a Ghostly Touch or Stormstriders. But a lot of times what I find in those matchups is against like Icelander, for instance, if I'm pitching a blue to play a blue, that's not super common, right? And that gives them more opportunity to respond, give me frostbites and whatnot. And that means I'm taking more damage to keep more cards in my hand to be able to make that play. It's better against Kano, of course, if you see it early, but as a 1-up, it's kind of hard to do. Let's see. It's a yellow card. This gets +1, so that's guaranteed going to be a little bit bigger. I'm going to get the go again. Is there any on hit from this? No. I'm going to take this. Then against Dromai, one thing to keep in mind, at least for me, I don't fatigue that matchup. A lot of people try to do that. I try to kill them before they have the opportunity to set up a big Ghostly Touch play. So I'm very aggressive. I'll throw my Zealous Beltings into Hammer at their face a lot, unless I have to kill something like a Mirror Guy or a Passing. Let me read your comment. I was hoping it'd be more... Oh, okay, same comment. But hopefully that helps with the thought process, at least. How many D-Reacts have we seen? We've only seen the 1. I'm going to play the Command and Conquer again. Yeah, of course. Bravo is very rewarding. If you get pretty good with him, it's very hard to... Not very hard. It's very Very easy to get a bunch of wins. It's just if you make a mistake, he's a very you have to be a very disciplined player. If you make a mistake, then it could just snowball out of control, because you do end up getting a bunch of like random hands that are 1 blue and 3 reds, and you're not playing any of your reds off of 1 blue almost ever, unless it's Command and Conquer. It's super fun. I love Anathos. It's my favorite weapon. Raiden Duskbane. Sword is so cool. I wish he was better. Like, my favorite characters to play in RPGs are paladins. I like those. Like, I'll play a lot of Dark Souls, the Dark Souls series, and like my favorite build ever is in Demon Souls, and it's just this life gain paladin with a holy hammer just swinging it around. You got the moonlight blade for the people who like to tank behind shields. Yeah, it's fun stuff. Wish he was a little bit better. Maybe one day. Okay, we're playing Illumina. I just played it from Arsenal. You're not getting my Lumina. No, sir. That's funny. I'm getting rid of my Lumina. This hand's pretty good. This hand, depending on what they do, this is nothing I care about. Okay. Giving it a go again. Gonna attack me for 3. That's fine. It's gonna be rouse the ancients into Chokeslam. Yeah, this has just been a very good sequence. When Bravo does this, it almost feels unlosable. Or if you're on the other side of the table, unwinnable. I like it. It's fun. Feels like I'm playing Lexi. Just throwing crap every turn. With on hits. I'm sorry, Sticky Nicky. I'm sorry. Bing bang bong. This card is nuts against their deck too. At least against their attacks, it doesn't really affect the Raiden. But their last card. Nothing that matters. I don't think they have any cards that when you remove it from Soul, that it does something, right? The verses. Never mind. Big hit? Oh, okay. Sure. Alright, appreciate the follow. Mag Gaming. Who is that? Is that Spencer? What up, Spencer? How's it going? Business is booming, right? You got any Lorcana for cost? I'm just kidding. Ah. Oh, great. For anybody who doesn't know, this is my sponsor. He's a great guy. Go to magnoliagaming.com for all your flesh and blood needs. He'll hook you up or message him. Tell him I sent you. Oh my god. My man. Look at all that. That's so cool. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. All these subs. 5 gifted subs. Well, that's the first time anybody's gifted a sub. Godspeed. I'm glad you got to see the end of the stream. Unfortunately, it's gonna be over after this one, but hopefully we'll see you on the next one. This Boltyn is looking like he's getting roughed up. Dodge like that dominated crippling. Okay, well, you know, look at all these D reacts. Gonna get them. Bang. I think this is probably it. Well, I mean, they're not dead, but like, they're basically dead. Yeah, I'll block that one. It's a freebie. Yeah, I haven't had a Bravo game like this in a while where I just go, all right, let's recap. Tear Asunder, Command and Conquer Pummel, Crippling Crush, dominated, Starstruck dominated, Command and Conquer Pummel, Rousing Ancients into Chokeslam, Spinal Crush dominated, into Spinal Crush dominated. Like that's it's hard to beat. Hard to beat. Nice. Hit him for 5. No go again for you. And yeah, whatever they do, I'm probably gonna Crown of Providence, try to dominate. No, we won't do that. We'll just take it. Just dominate this Chokeslam. Be boring. I was wanting to like hit him with the Starstruck, but yeah. Guaranteed lethal. Maybe. They don't have a soul shield. That's the only way they don't die here. Yep. That's it. Well, I guess they could have done a sync below, but yeah, you know what I mean.